What's up, y'all? My name is Luciano. I'm a Western content creator and entrepreneur. I have over 8 million total followers on all my platforms combined, and my biggest passion is mental health. I run an online mental health and self-development community called Club Bulletproof. So a little bit about me. I struggled with my mental health from high school till about my sophomore year in college. There was a lot of dark days. I struggled with alcohol, drugs, toxic relationships. I was very lost. There was a big void in my chest and I was filling it with all these worldly things, and it just left me empty to the point where I really just wanted to end it all. And I just remember sitting in my room and just that negativity flooding my brain to where I could just set the alarm, grab my dad's gun, and end it all. And by the grace of God, I was saved. It was a life-changing experience for me. I gave my life to Christ, and it hasn't been an easy path since, but I feel like ever since I did that, it lit a fire in me to show others that they can master the biggest tool they have in their toolbox, which is your mind. So after I went through that very dark period of my life, I decided I gotta get away. I gotta find out who the heck Nick Luciano is. I had to leave behind all the toxic friends, that negative environment, and I moved down to Texas. I got an apartment by myself where I knew absolutely no one. I had no friends. All I knew is I loved physics and I wanted to be an engineer. So I went to University of North Texas and I started on my mechanical engineering degree. So that degree took me 4 years to get, and I graduated college with a 4.0 from the University of North Texas. And that was the birth of Bulletproof Mindset, because I didn't believe I was smart enough. Like, I didn't believe that I could literally sit down and study and get all A's. It was something so foreign to me, but I isolated myself. I studied by myself. I led study groups. I eventually became a supplemental instructor for physics, and I leaned on nobody but me for my grades. And that led me graduating with a 4.0. I got a job when I graduated with the Army, and I worked for the government for 3 years. And by the time I would have been about 4 years in, I would have had a 6-figure salary. But obviously you're watching this video, that's not the case. I'm not an engineer right now. I do social media full time. So when COVID hit, I decided, hey, my passion is social media. I started to build my platform, and I really wanted to show people that you can do anything you set your mind to. So I started to build my platform. I got around 200,000 followers, and I started making the same amount of money that I was at my engineering job. I said, if I don't do this now, I'm never gonna do it. I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life. I was so scared. Everybody thought I was crazy. I thought I was crazy at one point. I had a couple $1,000s to my name. I quit, left all the benefits behind, left the salary behind, moved down to Texas, had no idea where it was gonna take me, and here I am. I have over 8 million total followers. I make over 6 figures every single year doing social media. I do meet and greets across the country. I get to work with some of the biggest country artists and some of the biggest names in the social media space. I'm truly living my dream life, and it just boils down to one thing. I learned how to control my mind, and I absolutely love teaching people how to do that. So I took my decade of experience with developing the Bulletproof Mindset and my testimony, and I put it into an 8-week mental health program that is mixed with a community. So people join the community, and I basically walk them through this 8-week program. The program has 3 pillars. It's learning who you are, feeding your mind and body, and community. I feel like those 3 pillars are essential to achieving whatever you want in life. There's a lot more that goes into those 3 pillars, but I essentially take them by the hand, walk them through the 3 pillars of the 8-week program, and I challenge them every single week. For example, we dive into boundaries. I give them a formula on how to actually set boundaries, and then I go challenge them to set that boundary in their life, whether it's with a toxic coworker, a friend, a toxic relationship, and boy, did they get uncomfortable, but that is where growth happens. So I'm constantly challenging everybody that joins that community to get uncomfortable. And it has been awesome. People have left toxic relationships, identified toxic relationships that they didn't even know about. We actually have people that are off their anxiety and depression medication, which is amazing. And one of the biggest things that makes my heart just jump is, you know, we have a lot of members in therapy, but when I hear from them that they say their therapist tells them that they're doing so much better, it just brings the biggest smile to my face, because I'm not a therapist, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. Because this mindset has worked for me, and I just want to give them the tools that I've used to accomplish what I've done in my life and give it to them. And what we're gonna do here at Oak Meadow Ranch is just condense this 8-week program into a 3-day retreat. And people are gonna come from all over the country. It's gonna be a few days of fun, activities, growth, a lot of new experiences. And I'm just excited to bring the exotic animals in because this is gonna be a once in a lifetime experience for a lot of these people. And I'm truly ready to change lives because people don't realize the effect that community actually has on them. I always say when you feel like you have an army in your back pocket, you can do anything. And that's what Club Bulletproof is. I pride myself on this little family. It feels so welcoming and everybody's in it for the right reasons. They're all here to be the best version of themselves. And when else are you gonna get an opportunity to come to Texas, you know, have amazing meals prepared by Chef Eduardo, meet giraffes, hold a sloth? It's gonna be so impactful on some of these people for the rest of their lives and their mental health. And I've been coming to Oak Meadow Ranch since the beginning, since Sydney was a little baby kangaroo. And just to see where the place is now and how big it's gotten and how many lives it's affected, our goals truly align. And me and Kristen have talked about that for years and we're finally doing this. And I just can't say thank you enough to the whole Oak Meadow Ranch team. You guys truly embody what a bulletproof mindset is. And you know how important mental health is, which is why I'm so excited to do this retreat. I've always wanted to do things to the next level. Like, an online community is great, but not a lot of online communities actually meet up in person. We do weekly Zoom calls, we do Bible studies, we do game nights, and then we do our club calls where I actually challenge them to get uncomfortable. But it's very rare that these online communities meet up in person. They just do Zoom calls. So we've done meetups in Minnesota, we've done meetups here in Texas, we're gonna do a meetup over in Europe because we have members around the world. But the last time I came to dinner, I just got an idea. We should do a Club Bulletproof retreat. And I talked to Kristen and she said, this is a season of yes. And I said, well, let's do it. I'm bummed I can't make it tonight, but I really wanted to make this video to show you a little bit about me and why I'm so passionate and why our goals align and how we can really bring this vision of Oak Meadow Ranch and Club Bulletproof to life. Again, just a massive thank you to the whole Oak Meadow team. This is gonna be a great weekend and I'll see you guys October 13th through the 16th. See y'all.